going on, Opera YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Opera Anna. My name is Anna. I am an opera singer, and as always, I am here to opera up your life. If you'll remember, we did a 2021 opera year in review, and I got quite a lot of good feedback from it, so I decided to make it a kind of regular monthly thing, and a lot happened in the world of opera this past month of February. So if you don't want to miss a chance to opera up your life, hit the subscribe button right now, turn on the notification bell, and let's get into the February news. Like the actual real news, I cannot start this segment without talking about the Russian invasion into Ukraine. Maybe it seems a bit weird, it's not directly to opera, but actually it is, because it's directly related to everything and it's affecting the world in a major way right now. The whole world is swarming right now with support and condolences, and that is absolutely the case on Instagram, where a couple posts have gone viral, including this post from Danylo Matviienko, which I know I'm butchering that, I'm so sorry. He's the singer in the ensemble at the Opera Frankfurt. He posted this asking everyone to share and appeal to the world on behalf of the world of classical music, and since this is my eeny-meeny little platform in the world of classical music and opera, I'm sharing it here. I've also posted it to my Instagram for you to repost and for everyone to continue to support Ukraine and support the singers of Ukraine. And if you don't yet follow Opera Anna on Instagram, the link to it is in the description box below. In the description box, you will also be finding a list of organizations and causes that you can donate to help the Ukrainians fighting for their life, fighting for their land and their country. Please consider donating. Every single penny means something to the Ukrainians at this point. Supporters of Putin in the classical world, namely conductor Valery Gergiev, have come into some very hot water the past few weeks because of his ties to the Russian president. He has taken money from him, he supported him in his re-election efforts. He's been met with criticism before because of his close relationship with Putin. He's received awards and financial support from him, but these past few weeks, Gergiev has been removed from performances with the Vienna Philharmonic as well as at Carnegie Hall. The Munich Philharmonic fired Gergiev from his contract this past Tuesday, March 1st, and just before that, his management dropped him from the roster. He was reported as being lightly booed at a performance of The Queen of Spades in La Scala, and they have recently found a replacement for him as well. Holy Lord. This has all come because Gergiev has refused to publicly denounce President Putin. And he is not the only one that's been seeing kickback from this. La Scala replaced him with a Russian conductor, Timur Zangiev, who I assume did denounce Putin, because obviously that would be really weird. And we'll see what the rest of his engagements decide. There is usually a yearly Gergiev festival with the Rotterdam Philharmonic, but we'll see how that goes. I really doubt he's going to denounce Putin at this point. This just in, breaking news, everybody. Although, can you call it breaking news if I should have known about it yesterday when I filmed the first part of this? Don't answer that. The Rotterdam Philharmonic has officially cut ties with conductor Valery Gergiev, saying that there was no way forward, given that he has thus far refused to denounce Russian President Vladimir Putin regarding his actions into the invasion of Ukraine. This also includes the Gergiev Festival with the Rotterdam Philharmonic that would have entered its 26th year had it gone forward in September of 2022. It is now just niet, gone, basta. Please do not ask me why I didn't film this yesterday, because for some reason I didn't know about it, but at least you get to see me when my hair is a little bit less terrible. But now back to our regularly scheduled programming. Gergiev, however, is not the only Russian artist that has gotten into hot water these past few weeks. Soprano Anna Netrebko was today, as I film this, on March 4th, released from her performances this season and next at the Metropolitan Opera. She herself has said that she withdrew. It's not entirely clear if they fired her or if they released her from the performances or she withdrew. She was supposed to perform Turandot, but will be replaced by get this, Ukrainian soprano Lyudmila Monastyrska. Not only that, but Netrebko is stepping down from the stage altogether until further notice. Altogether. So she'd rather not perform than publicly drop support for Putin. I mean, not to be that person, but I've never ever liked a single statement that she's made publicly, that Netrebko has made publicly, because they're usually insensitive racially or socially or any of the above, and I'm pretty sure that I wouldn't like what she has to say about the situation. She has spoken out against the senseless war of aggression and has called on Russia to stop the violence, but she still will not denounce President Putin himself. I mean, it's a bit of a tricky situation, but I mean, Anna, come on, it's just the tiniest bit further. Like, just come on in, the water's fine, Putin's a dick, like, really? I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it fair for these artists to be fired over their political views? I feel like separating the person from the artist nowadays is impossible. We know so much about their lives and identify and relate to them through that if something so fundamentally wrong is taking place, it's impossible for us to give our time, give our emotions to them. It'll be the only thing that we think about when we see them. So before you get too down and think like, oh my god, why am I watching this? This is super depressing. For an example of singers who are doing it right, on February 27th in Naples, at the end of their performance of Aida, the Ukrainian soprano Lyudmila Monastyrska and Russian mezzo-soprano Ekaterina Gubanova hugged at the end of their performance in a very, very symbolic gesture. And the entire time, the audience was shouting, "Peace, peace, peace." If you'll remember, Lyudmila is replacing Anna Netrebko at the Metropolitan Opera in the performances of Turandot. So there's that. But the thing that really set me over the edge this week was seeing the bombing of the Ukrainian Opera House in Freedom Square. It wasn't the Opera House specifically, but the entire Freedom Square on which the Opera House is located. The Russians sent a bomb through it, and even though it's still standing, there is massive, massive damage. In difficult times like these, when it seems like the world is crumbling for so many different reasons, this Russian invasion, climate change, the COVID-19 pandemic, the rise of fascism in general around the world, continuing to sing every day and direct focus to it can seem so, so trivial. I've had this conversation with multiple singers, and I would just like to say that even though governments don't understand it, the arts are one of the first things for which funding gets cut. But I just like to say that singing and music in general is the number one thing that can keep our feet on the ground when we want to run and hide. Using music and using song to alleviate pain, not only for ourselves, but for everyone around us, is exactly what we need to be doing right now. We have to put some beauty back into the world, because otherwise we will only be shrouded in darkness. To all the artists out there right now, please do not shy away from putting your light into the world, from putting the beauty of your music and your song into the world, because it is what we need right now. It might seem small, but I really, really believe that artists are the sustenance for an otherwise silent world, and we must not silence our voices. That being said, I would like to segue to something a little bit more upbeat, to the release of Eden from Joyce Di Donato and Il Pomodoro. This new project includes music by Charles Ives, Aaron Copland, Gluck, contemporary composer Rachel Portman. The album premiered on February 25th and started touring in Brussels on March 2nd. Joyce even went so far as to release music videos as a sort of teaser trailer in a video duology that she's calling The Circle. Now, I don't know about you, but I've always found classical music videos to be a bold move. Like, very bold. And I've rarely seen one I liked. Although I do have to say that the context of this one makes it pretty interesting. It's not, I don't know, it's not all of the focus is on the singer. There's a story happening around it, so it's a little bit different. Anyway, Joyce writes, Eden is an invitation to return to our roots. It is an overture to engage with the sheer perfection of the world around us, to consider if we are connecting as profoundly as we can to the pure essence of our being. It is a clarion call to contemplate if our collective suffering isn't perhaps linked to the aching separation from something primal within and around us. This is a vivid musical exploration through the centuries to remember and to create a new Eden from within. Now, I'm sorry, but with a message like that at a time like this, I think it's impossible to argue that music can be anything but essential. I cannot wait to see the entire performance of Eden live on March 8th in Amsterdam, because Joyce Donato will be in the Concertgebouw, and it's gonna be so awesome. I can't wait. I might film it. I haven't decided yet. Joyce is such a super powerful artist, and it's gonna be amazing. Let me know if you have seen a performance of Eden already in the comments below. I'm very interested to hear what you guys think. Also about the music videos, about the project as a whole. What do you guys think? This was the February news. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you like this video and would like to see more news videos monthly, then give this video a thumbs up. Obviously, subscribe if you are not already. And please consider donating to one of the organizations I have listed below in the description box to help the Ukrainian people fight for their country and fight for their livelihoods. This is a really crazy time, and it's extra important that we soak up the beauty in the world, get a chance to reconnect and opera up our lives. All of my love to you out there. Have a beautiful Sunday, and I will see you next time. Addio.